The 2025 Acula MDX is better without the trackpad. The updated infotainment system makes the MDX Type S better, but it's still not a true match for its competitors. Acula is a curious brand that competes in a bloodbath arena. Names like BMW, Mercedes-Benz, and Lexus form the hulking mass of its competition. Over the years, Acula hasn't always been in the same conversation as those true luxury brands. But sometimes Honda's luxury arm earns itself a spot as a segment leader. The lightly refreshed 2025 Acula MDX Type S isn't that. Despite tossing the old trackpad-based infotainment system in the trash and giving the MDX some minor nipping and tucking, Acula's $76,900 MDX Type S still feels like a fourth or fifth option in one of the hottest segments of the car market. There isn't much ground to cover because the changes for 2025 are so minimal. A new fully digital gauge cluster adds some much-needed clarity to the instruments. New front and rear fascias keep the MDX contemporary looking, and a 31-speaker, not a typo bang. An Olufsen system replaces the 25-speaker L Studio stereo. Plus the aforementioned trackpad infotainment controller is finally, mercifully, long gone. The Type S model is jam-packed with more features, extremely decent massaging front seats that are also heated and cooled, the 31-speaker again, not a typo bang, an Olufsen system that doesn't bang so much as it replicates a sonically perfected concert hall, a panoramic sunroof, a head-up display, a full driver's assistant suite, and a 12.3-inch touchscreen infotainment system. Mechanical updates? None. This is essentially the same MDX, with some critical areas addressed. The Type S has a 355 horsepower turbocharged V6 and a height-adjustable air suspension, and that's about it. On paper, at least, the 2025 MDX Type S is mighty impressive. It certainly has the chops to keep up with the likes of the BMW X5, Mercedes GLE, Lexus RX, and Genesis GV80, but the MDX falls flat in execution. Not totally flat, but it doesn't have the seamlessness and effortless elegance that a luxury product should have. Starting with the good, on long highway drives, the MDX is hard to fault. It's quiet and comfortable and staves off fatigue effectively. The massaging seats are genuinely impressive, the best my 26-year-old ass has experienced, this side of a Bentley Continental GT. The same goes for the stereo system. Touchpoints are high quality and generally well placed, though the new volume knob is awkwardly out of reach on the center console while everything else lives upright on the dashboard. But there are some annoying aberrations in the experience, ones that are easily correctable with simple tweaks. The 10-speed automatic transmission is dim-witted, even in its sportiest modes. It also maddeningly argues with itself about whether to start from first or second gear, and gets particularly confused at quick stop and goes. Instead of committing to either gear, it settles for a torque-disrupting awkward shift that sends a small shock into the cabin. Then the brake-by-wire brakes are touchy and non-linear, making it easy to jar passengers. But it also has some unacceptable wrinkles for its near $80,000 price tag. The gearbox calibration is poor, there's no unified infotainment art style, and brake-by-wire doesn't work properly. Selling an experience is everything, so it doesn't really matter how many features you pack into one car. The MDX Type S is good, but not a true contender at $76,900. However, a standard MDX starts at $51,500, and a mid-level trim sits around $66,000. Both have most of the same features of the Type S, except you get Honda's aging, but great naturally aspirated 3.5-liter V6. That price range is where the MDX starts making more sense. But truthfully, when the Genesis GV80 is very well equipped at $70,000, and the BMW X5 and Mercedes GLE exist with better engine options and nicer interiors, it's hard to see the top-end MDX as anything but a tough sell. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for other latest videos. Thank you.